Hello and welcome to Change is Good. My name is Brian. In this video, we'll be going through another $500 box of half dollars. We'll be looking for silver, proofs, NIFCs, varieties, mint errors, foreign coins, anything worth more than a half dollar. Let's do a live opening and see what we got on top. It's a stubborn box. All right. Looks rather normal. Let's see what's in the rolls. We're on roll number 6. We have a variety. Here we have a 1971 Denver. This example has a pretty serious ring of death on it. But if you look at the lettering and the motto, it's just a little bit thicker than normal. And the mint mark is pretty close to the neckline. Over here in the word trust, you can see extra thickness at the bottom of the R and the top of the U, even though the splitting is very, very faint. If you look at the T in Liberty, as you can see, it's pretty heavily damaged, but you can still see the extra thickness and the widened serif here on the right. If you look at the E in Liberty, you can also see a pretty big split right here at the middle bar. This is DDO number 14 on Variety Vista. It can be identified by the mint mark placement and the faint splitting in the word trust. All right, let's get back to it. Roll number 10, another variety. Here we have a pair of 1984 Philadelphias. Notice the base of the T on the left versus the base of the T on the right. The one on the right is quite a bit thicker than the other one is. You can also compare the letter I in Liberty. The one on the left has a thinner base than the one on the right. This is DDO number 1 on Variety Vista, or WDDO number 1 on Wexlersw.com. It's easiest to identify by looking at those two letters and by looking at the mint mark placement. All right, let's go back to the box. Roll number 15, we have another variety. Under the scope is a 1971 D. Notice the extra thickness in the lettering in the motto and the shape of the I in the word N. There's a slight split on the upper right, a stepping effect at the upper left, and convexity down at the bottom left. There's also extra thickness in the date, and you can also see splitting at the bottom of both legs of the R and the top of the U on both sides. If you look at the T in Liberty, you can see it's a bit thicker than normal, and there are widened split serifs on both sides. And if you look at the E in Liberty, you can see a defined split right here at the bottom right corner of the middle bar. This is DDO number 13 on Variety Vista. This is a very common variety that is often confused for the FS 101. The main difference is the shape of the letter I in the motto. All right, let's get back to it. We're on roll number 27. We have our fourth variety of the box. Here we have the reverses of two different 1972 Ds. If you look at the top example, you'll see the lettering's thinner than the bottom example. And the top example also has sharp serifs at the bottom of the S's versus rounded at the bottom example. This is the bottom example tilted upside down at an angle so you can see the notching at the bottom right corners of the lettering in the word America. This is DDR number 2 on Variety Vista. All right, let's get back to it. Roll number 37, and we have another variety. Let's go to the scope. We'll call this one a rerun. It's another 1972 D, DDR number 2 on Variety Vista. As you can see, the lettering is a bit thicker. The bottom serifs of the S's are rounded. And if you go over to the word America, there are small notches at the bottom right corner of each letter, going all the way across. All right, let's get back to the hunt. We're on the same roll. We have our first NIFC of the hunt, or not intended for circulation. The 2017 Denver, mintage of 2.9 million. All right, let's get back to it. Well, the last 13 rolls skunked us. Let's do a recap of the hunt. Well, that box had no silver or proofs, but we ended up with 6 finds on the board, including a 2017 D NIFC, 5 varieties, which include a 1971 D, DDO number 13, a 71 D, DDO number 14, 2 1972 D, DDR number 2s, and a 1984 P, DDO number 1. This box just shows why it's crucial to have a microscope when you're hunting half dollars, because without a microscope, we'd have ended up with one NIFC worth about $1 or $2. And even though it's always fun hunting half dollars, that would have been a lot of time to spend just to find one coin worth $1 or $2. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, you all know the routine. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of these finds, feel free to leave me a comment. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks again, and remember, every coin has a story. And some of those stories might even be just a little bit Orwellian. I'll see y'all next time.